Cool. We are back for round two of this modern daily for recording for hipsters of the coast. This is Modern Hero, Green Black Elves. Um, this hand is questionable. Um, Given that we have the 12 mana dorks at one, seeing hands without a Llanowar Elves or an Elvish Mystic or a Heritage Druid would be insane with this hand. We're definitely a little bit on the slow side. We're also on the draw. Um, if we're against like a grindier deck, going Visionary into Elite is pretty good. But uh, we're certainly not super fast. Um, I feel like I'm kind of tempted to keep the hand. We do have both. We do have our black splash. All right, let's try it. This might be the kind of hand, though, after playing the deck a little bit more, that you just sort of learn to get rid of. Or maybe we'll just draw one drop and it won't matter at all. I don't think there's any reason to play the Overgrown Tomb here instead of the Forest. Nice. Well, that makes me feel slightly better about our keep. Unless our elves is getting bolted. It is. But I feel like that's also fine. We weren't relying on it too heavily. Alright. Let's play the Blooming Marsh, and we will jam an Elvish Visionary. I don't really think that there's an argument to play anything else. Probably getting remanded here. Oh, actual mana leak. Okay. I will not pay. So, yeah, we're just playing against some kind of Grixis control deck. Or blue. Yeah. We haven't seen the black yet, but that seems likely. Okay. Okay, so our options here are to play Elvish Archdruid. Also, we're playing as open mana, and or we could just play Elvish Visionary. And I kind of like the Visionary play. It potentially draws us into the next land, and it just feels right here. If we're tapping out to play Elvish Archdruid and shocking ourselves just to get remanded or something, I think I'd rather play the Elvish Visionary. Also possible if they have like Snapcaster, I'd rather get my Visionary bolted. Not sure if that's the right way of thinking about things, but that's how we're going to do it. It's matchups like this that you really want Cavern of Souls. I am going to shock myself and play the Mystic here. Yes. That way, if we don't draw the land and our Mystic survives, we can play Collected Company next turn, which is great. See what our opponent does. Hopefully not playing the card with Escalate, whose name escapes me right now. We played against it at the previous league. Why can't I think of what it's called? That's the one. That is the one. Yeah, that's brutal. That's real brutal. Put this off the Collected Company. All right. Yeah, Collective Brutality is just insane against so many of the aggro decks in the format. With Elves being able to kill a mana dork and then also take our Collected Company or our wow. I'm having a hard time speaking today, so I apologize for that. Alright, we're going to play Elvish Archdruid, smash for 2, and then we'll play the Blooming Marsh. This is, I think, the most mana efficient play. gets in a little bit extra damage. It seems right. Opponent has not played anything like anything scary like a Tasigur yet, which is good. Okay, well, I think we'll just jam double Dwynen's Elite. Cool. And most of these Grixis control decks don't tend to play any sweepers, so I'm not super worried about committing too many creatures. I think the go wide is what we're going to need to win this game. I didn't play the Llanowar Waste because I don't think it matters. If we draw a land next turn, we'll obviously play one of them. But, yeah. Is this the Tasigur? I think so. Yep. Certainly reasonable here. Alright, opponent's at 13 though. So I think we just want to jam Shaman here. 2, 3, 4. This is interesting though. I guess, our opponent did show us Mana Leak, so it's a card they play. It's a card we could potentially play around if we play the Llanowar Waste here. Okay. So if all goes according to plan, we play Shaman of the Pack. We drain for 6, putting our opponent to 7. We attack with everything. They block a Dwynen's Elite. They take 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 2. And then, barring something insane next turn, they would lose. Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure here. I don't mind getting remanded, but getting Mana Leak feels really bad. But also, I imagine that going, for the long game against Grixis control is not really where you want to be either. How bad is just attacking with everything? Blocks a Dwynen's Elite, takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's interesting. It's also kind of awkward if our opponent plays a land next turn and then has Cryptic up. I would have rather just made this play now. So I think I want to go for it. If we get Mana Leaked, yeah, feels bad. It's just so fast. Yeah, well, I guess when we draw the untapped land next turn, I'm going to feel real bad. I think it's still right to attack here. I mean, it does get to eat one of our guys for free. But it just means that all potential Shaman of the Packs are going to be pretty close to lethal. So. Interesting. We attack here, blocks this, takes 3, goes to 5. I'm not sure how much I love that. Our opponent also isn't really... can't activate Tasigur, so they're still a little short of mana. I think it's fine to just pass here. Okay. Probably our Dwynen's Elite will get lightning bolted here. Or... yeah. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Okay. Opponent is on Delver. So that's fine. Okay. It's really how many Mana Leaks do we want to play into? I mean, our opponent has relevant cards in hand because they're not lands, and they're leaving the 2 mana up. But as soon as they play another untapped land, that's really awkward. On one level, I want to just be able to play around the Mana Leak, because, I mean, getting got the 3rd time feels real bad. But we also need to start exerting some pressure. If they flip the Delver, I think that's... Is it okay to play? I think a lot of the Delver lists don't even play Cryptic. It feels weird to pass, but I think it might be right. Let's try it. Yeah, not 100% sold on that one. But given that they kept the mana up, like I said, all right. Well, if the one card in their hand was mana leak, that would that play feels okay. Otherwise, it feels super bad. So Delver did not flip, and we will certainly take 5. That's totally fine. Okay. So we have this like other conundrum now because we want to play Mystic first, right? Because it just represents 1 more damage with Shaman. But we're just not playing around Mana League at this point, right? We still have 5 mana, right? Okay. So there's no argument there. I tap wrong. Okay. Let's try this. Cool. And we may as well smash. They need to block at least one of our 1/1s, so it feels right. Or use a removal spell on like an Elf Warrior token or something. Yep. Cool. And we have 4 attackers. There are 2 blockers. I feel reasonable about this. Alright, so they have a Serum Visions. Put a card on the bottom, put a card on top. I really think our opponent's just dead here. I mean, if they attack us for 4, like what, bolt, or play land, Snapcaster Bolt. Snapcaster Bolt kills our Shaman. They can block 2 creatures, and they're still dead. So I feel totally fine just taking this. I can't imagine what they could have that you would attack. Well, yeah, all right. So just have nothing. Okay. Fracturing Gust does nothing. So Reclamation Sage does nothing. Lead the Stampede is at least a consideration. Scavenging Ooze is reasonable because they have Snapcaster Mages, and it's okay against Tasker, I'd say. My worry about this matchup is I don't want to oversideboard. I like the Duresses because it hits so many of their things, and being able to duress like a Collector Brutality away seems great. And Evolutionary Leap also seems reasonable. Stay in the Mind doesn't do anything. Essence Warden is not what I want. Alright, so we can definitely cut the Rec Sage. Let's do that. Let's figure out what else we don't want. I think we want to cut some number of Court of Callings. This is interesting. I feel like some people who are watching this just like yelling at their screen like there's like this really obvious play that I'm just missing. So definitely bring in Anus. It's better than Reclamation Sage. So it seems reasonable to cut some number of Elvish Visionaries. They're just kind of dorky. The card is relevant for sure, but okay. It opens up 4 slots. I think I want some number of Duresses. Like, I don't know if I want the full 3. And I want to try lead the Stampede. Interesting. Alright, let's play another Ooze. let's play one of lead. I'm not this is certainly not optimal, but like I said, I really don't want to overboard for the matchup. Yeah. Okay. It's another questionable hand. We have a 1-drop in Nettle Sentinel, which is not an ideal 1-drop. We have some pretty powerful cards, Elvish Archdruid, Shaman of the Pax. So that's real. We're on the draw. How much do I hate this? I don't know. I think I'm going to keep this one too. Going to pretty much lead on the Blooming Marsh no matter what. Cool. Yeah, let's play Elvish Mystic. Good chance it gets bolted, which is fine. Okay. I think my plan next turn is... I guess it depends. Okay. They do have the bolt. Oh man, Tassiger here would be gross. Okay. They at least don't have that. I think Nettle Sentinel is pretty much the only play here. Playing Dwine's Elite and not getting the guy just feels terrible. So let's try that. Play another Ruined Tomb. Tapped. And pass. Next turn, the play... I guess it depends on what they do. It's probably smash play Archdruid, would be my guess. Okay. No smashing. No smashing at all. If we draw the 1-drop right here, okay. Then I would consider playing 1-drop Dwine's Elite. I think that it's just Archdruid. There's just no argument to play Shaman of the Pack first. Didn't die immediately, which is a good sign. Though, it's also a possibility of getting Collective Brutality again. But Collective Brutality here wouldn't be bad. Or wouldn't be terrible. So we don't have anything they can take in hand. Okay. I think the play I like is Mystic into Elite. And we just try to jam Archdruid afterwards. Okay, what are the arguments here? We've seen 2 Fatal Push, Bolt. We haven't seen any counter magic. I wonder how much counter magic they actually play. Or if they sided some out because Elves is relatively fast and Elves usually has Cavern of Souls, even if they didn't see any from us. In which case I'd want to play Elvish Archdruid here. If I play Elvish Archdruid, it survives. I can play Dwynen's Elite, tap for 3, and then play Mystic Shaman. So, I mean, if it survives, the Elvish Archdruid play is the best play. I'm not confident in that. We'll see. Maybe I get riggedy wrecked here. Also, you know, if they want to bolt my Mystic or, you know, kill my Mystic with the Dwynen's Elite on the stack so I don't get the 1/1, I think it's my preference that they do that instead of killing the Archdruid. It means that I got to play at least something on my turn, put a little bit of pressure on them, and get to keep the better creature. So that seems fair. I feel like I should have, when I was selecting decks to be in the poll for Modern Hero, probably should have prefaced this with the fact that like these sort of creature-based decks are not my are not my forte. I know with playing elves, it's sort of a matter of just like getting used to it. But as someone who's played ad nauseum for a while, played Storm in the past, those are definitely more of my wheelhouse. So I didn't realize that I'm already 2 minutes below my opponent. I was thinking that they were taking a while tanking on this Dwynen's Elite. But yeah, I've certainly taken a lot more time than they have. So I think that was that one turn that I just tanked for a really long time. I like decks like Grixis Control. I think Fatal Push has definitely made it more viable. I feel like I like a lot of decks in Modern. I really think Modern is a great format. I know a lot of people kind of scoff at that, and I get it. There are those lopsided matchups where you're playing 80-20, or especially when you're on the 20 side, it feels really bad. A while ago, I played an event with Amulet Titan, and I played against Ad Nauseam first round, which was it's a bad matchup because they just go faster than you, and you don't really have a way to interact with them. Let's see if they. So that's not great. I played Merfolk, which was, it's reasonable. I think it's 50-50-ish. And then I played against Blue Moon, and it was just miserable. Is it Staticaster? That is not good. Okay. So I think we have to play the Archdruid and just hope they don't have the removal spell for it, or the counter. That feels right. Let's try that. There might be an argument to playing Shaman of the Pack there. I'm not really sure. Okay. I mean, if they could have killed Archdruid, I think that they snap just do it there. So it's a good sign. Okay, we got Snapcaster. Probably Snapcaster Kolagon's command here. You kill the Archdruid, make me discard a card, and then Staticaster kills the Elf Warrior. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Pretty gross. Okay. Okay, they want to play the Delver. Yeah, I guess you wait because you can block with the Staticaster. That makes sense. Okay. The play here, I'm pretty sure, is to just jam Shaman in the Pack. They'll kill the Elf Warrior in response, probably. And I'm not sure if we attack with Dwynen's Elite at that point. But next turn, if we draw the land, we can play Dwynen's Elite and then the other Shaman in the Pack. So that feels right. Doing this pre-combat, so they do tap their Staticaster. I'm not sure whether we want to trade the Elite for Snapcaster Mage. It's kind of an interesting decision. Okay. My thought is probably no. I'm trying to follow yields. I just F6 thinking like, yeah, there's nothing else I want to do. They're tanking, or are they thinking about bolting the Dwanen's Elite before they take any damage? Or just presenting that as an option. Yep. Okay. I mean, they 100% just do it. So this Dwanen's Elite otherwise equals an additional damage off of Shaman of the Pact. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're low on cards. They have one card in hand, so at this point the race looks like it favors me. Opponent did get a little bit flooded this game. Chose not to reveal. So it's either... Most creatures are going to be really, really good against us here. But it's possible they just drew another land or something. I can't imagine our opponent has attacks here. I guess you could make the attack with Delver, see if I block, and then you can ping. Just that seems terrible. So, okay, cool. So, yep. Right. So we're not really attacking. So I think it's fine just play these pre-combat. It's possible to get blown out by something like Cryptic Command. Opponent does have 5 mana up. Yep, certainly do that. Okay, at this point, I think it's fine to smash. There's nothing I can think of. I mean, another Snapcaster Mage is annoying, for sure. But I think that if you have another Snapcaster Mage, you would play that a little bit differently, and probably try to, Kolaghan's Command me during my draw step or something, or during my upkeep. Also kill a creature. Cool. Opponent's at 1. I do like this position. Opponent has 2 cards. I think one of them is a land because they didn't reveal it off Delver of Secrets and didn't play it. So, all right. So we got a Dispel. So our Collected Company is basically dead. But they had nothing. So great. All right. Well, we have a 2-0 start. So we're already doing better than the previous league, which we won forward. That's not great. So Grixis. I don't think we lost a game there. It says right there we didn't. Cool. So yeah, let's go to the next round.